Hi, everyone. We are so glad that you were able to be here with us today. Um, I think we're ready to get started. Jesse, you can tell me yes. Are we good to go? We are ready to get started. All right. So, thank you for coming today. We are talking about global collaborations, crossing borders to battle food deserts. So, we're honored that you're choosing to spend this time with us.
Yes, we definitely are.
And want to introduce you all to my friend Diego Vela. He is a rock star STEM teacher in Monterrey, Mexico. I met Diego 2 years ago at a summer institute for teachers from around the world, and one of our colleagues was struggling with his English, and Diego came alongside him and offered to translate. And you could tell that Luis was uncomfortable with the situation, and Diego just said, "Friend, you are amongst friends here, and here we speak one language, the language of education." And when he said that, of course, then I was sobbing, but I knew then that Diego was someone that I wanted in my PLN, but I also wanted him on my friends list. So I'm honored to introduce you all to Diego from Monterrey, Mexico.
Thank you. You're very kind, my friend. And I am also so honored to introduce Leanne Zimmerman. And yeah, we met. She basically told you everything. We met at a summer institute organized by Discovery Education. But let me tell you something. She's the kind of person that says yes to everything that has to do. As soon as it's something that allows students to become better, better human beings. She's she's an amazing educator. She's gonna do everything that is in her hands in order for her students to have just like better opportunities. So she's gifted at teacher, and she works for Maury County Public Schools. So yeah, I mean, we've been friends for what is it now, like 2 years? But I feel like we've been friends forever because
Feels like a
she's
lifetime.
amazing.
Yes. Yes,
Absolutely.
indeed. So we are, like we said, we are so glad that you're here with us. And what we're sharing today is a global collaboration. Um, it all began almost 3 years ago. The collaboration that we just finished this year focused on food deserts. Diego happened to be in on the ground floor, the beginning of the idea, and he was there for the first collaboration last year. So he is going to share sort of the background and where it all got started.
Absolutely. So this is a quote that we really love because it really reflects that out of a very dark time, a global collaboration was born um, in the heart of dedicated friend and educator. Because we want to talk about how this all started. So we think that this quote right here really kind of reflects or basically demonstrate that we're about to share with you. So if you allow me to start talking about this is Pete. This is Pete Delgado, and he's such an amazing educator. He's another person that we also met at this summer institute that we were talking about a little while ago. And I want to talk to you about how this all started, right? And how did we start with global collaboration 1.0? And so you might remember what happened on August the 3rd in 2019. Unfortunately, one person decided to, hate people who he didn't even really know existed. And this mass shooting that happened in El Paso, Texas, our friend Pete lived in the area. His family lived in the area. So this was something we were all worried because we knew that, Pete was actually in this area. So, this happened, and little after that, COVID hit, and we started with social isolation, and so these were two different things that you need to consider because these were as educators, we really knew that we had to do something in order for us to make a difference. So everything started with a message that Pete sent to me via WhatsApp, and he just told me what? So this happened in El Paso a little while ago, and right now our students are not going to school, so we are learning virtually. So I think that we really need to do something, and this has to happen because I feel like this is our opportunity in order for us to make a difference, for us to show students there are really no, like, no boundaries. There's really a connection between us here in El Paso and you in Mexico and people in Canada and people in basically everywhere in the world. So with this idea in mind, we started working um, towards this goal that was, okay, let's make a collaboration. Let's make a global collaboration that really can show students that there are no boundaries, so that maybe we can actually, teach students that we might have the same problems. We are all people, we are all global citizens. So yeah, basically this is how this whole idea started. So this is, again, Pete Delgado. He's such an amazing educator. I'm pretty sure that whenever you get to meet him, you're gonna be like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Pete is an extraordinary man. He teaches at an all girls STEM institute in El Paso, so he is very much a STEM passionate educator. And just to know that he and his family faced a dire situation at that Walmart that day, but out of it, he grew this passion for bringing our world together and making it a little smaller, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Which brings us to our Global Collaboration 2.0. So when the proposal came up to join this collaboration, I jumped in. I, like Diego said, I don't say no very often, so I knew I wanted to be a part of it. The planning team had already selected food deserts and global food insecurity as the problem they want to tackle. Living in the middle of a pandemic, we all knew there were global problems related to food insecurity, but COVID exasperated all of them. And if you're attending here, you're a STEM passionate educator, and we all know that it's important to get our students really involved with real world problem solving. We don't want to just make up stuff and have them spend time on stuff we've made up. We want them to deal in real world because this is where they're growing up. This is where we want them to make their impact. And additionally, just on a personal note, I just really felt within me a determination to get my students focusing on the greater good, so to speak. I didn't want my students to be isolated and disengaged from the world because of quarantines and remote learning, hybrid learning, in-person learning, all of that stuff, because I firmly believe our students need to be connected to something beyond themselves. They need to be striving for that greater good. So I was so excited when the opportunity came around for Global Collaboration 2.0. I signed up immediately and we were off to the races, so to speak.
Definitely. So on screen, you can see right now every single city and country that was involved in this Global Collaboration 2.0. During the first one, we had the opportunity to work with Chile, Mexico, the United States, Canada, and the UK. During this second one, because of summer vacations and everything for our Chilean friends, which is something we learned actually collaborating globally, that they have summer vacation during our winter. That was new for us. But during this second global collaboration, we got Mexico, the United States, and Canada together. And you can see that we had teachers, two teachers from Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico, which is where I am right now. We had people from Surrey, British Columbia in Canada. We had people from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Canada, Toronto, Ontario, also in Canada, Emerson, New Jersey, Greensboro, North Carolina, Apex, North Carolina, Cary, North Carolina, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, El Paso, Texas, and Columbia, Tennessee in the U.S. So this is, you can see in the map, all of these different places. But to be honest, even though they are very far from each other, at the very end of the whole collaboration, I can really say that we felt like we were not kilometers away. No, we were not miles away from each other. We were a family that you could basically reach out to if you needed or wanted to learn something new, or if you wanted to, hey, how now I don't know what's going on right now in Canada, or there are such amazing stories that happened because of this collaboration. Because we would see what people are doing in Canada, and we would be like, hey, I have a friend in Canada. So I don't know. For example, in the East Coast, they have a blizzard right now, and we would actually remember, oh my God, we have a friend in there. So she would totally send us videos, and we would like, we could share this ones with our students, and they felt like, wow, do not only see it like, in the news, but I really feel like I have a friend there who's actually like, going through all of this. So I feel like this helps students feel like there was a connection between what they saw happen in the world, and them, because
Yeah,
they felt like
it helped break down some of the stereotypes
exactly
that's perpetuated in media, either real news, fake news, Netflix,
everything.
whatever. There were perceptions. If you live in Monterrey, Mexico, you're either in the cartel or you're persecuted by a cartel. And Tennessee teachers, we know if you're in the South, what they think. Our level of intelligence isn't what it should be, or yes, we do wear shoes, those kinds of things. So it really broke down a lot of those stereotypes that really still pervade all of our
Exactly.
society. So the data. I kind of hate that word. As an educator, I kind of get sick of people screaming, "Where's the data?" But in this case, it is so poignant to look at. So we had 16 educators. We had 3 countries, 560 students. And then we had 15,000 student responses. Now, a student response was sort of their homework. We gave them an assignment, they submitted it. So 15,000 assignments completed by these kiddos. 3,109 comments to the responses, meaning all of those students responded back to the original assignments of other students. So it wasn't just that they submitted work. They submitted, but then they also commented and responded to other people's work. And my favorite piece of data here, 61,577 views. That is engagements by children with other children in a positive place, where they were listening to ideas. They were giving feedback on ideas. They were saying things like, well, it's interesting that you said this. Did you think about this? Or I had that same idea, but I didn't know how to make it happen. What if so they were connecting. 61,000 connections by children. And the children are the ones who are going to be shaping where we go from here. They're the ones, this is their future. And these children have a head start on it because they know how to collaborate over digital wires across country borders. They don't just want to talk and learn with the kid in the next desk. They really are willing to go outside that. So, as you can hear, we're pretty passionate about it. We loved this collaboration. And later on, we're going to share with you how you can sign up to be aware of and a part of a future collaboration. But in case you want to sort of walk through those steps with us, we wanted to give you a sort of, okay, here are our how-tos. This is what we did in this whole process. So Diego is going to get us started.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, friend. So, yeah, you could see that there were like 16 educators, right? So you can basically understand that those 16 educators are very passionate educators. They really love what they do. And you know that whenever you're passionate about what you do, you have great ideas. So the first thing that we needed to do was, because there were so amazing ideas, amazing ideas, we had to create a lead team because, I mean, yeah, somebody needed to like, make decisions, and somebody needed to say like, all of these ideas are amazing, but let's make this happen right now. So that's why you need a lead team, because yeah, decisions have to be made. And we needed to basically, with that idea, with those ideas on mind, the first thing that we said was, okay, so we're going to be using computational thinking in order for us to, help students try to solve issues, real world problems, so that they can actually feel like what they are doing has an impact, right? So with this idea in mind, we needed to select a global problem to tackle. And right now, one of the biggest issues that we can find around is actually food deserts, right? So that is a problem that we selected in order for us to, I mean, of course we can we know, right, we're adults and we can say like, oh, it's pretty easy, you can start doing this and you can start doing that, and basically you think that you have the solution to the problem. But my friends, you would be surprised of everything that students did and all of the ideas that they came up with in order for them to tackle this problem. So once that we had the lead team, right, once that we have selected a global problem to tackle, uh, we were actually really happy about this because this was also related to the UN Sustainable Goals. So it was not only an amazing, thing that they could solve. Like it was a very good problem they could solve, that they could try and tackle. It was also going to have a very nice and like the solutions were something that they could actually work on, because you're going to see later on. But all of the ideas that they came up with actually helped them create things and make things happen. But we're gonna talk about that later on. But anyway, so lead team, global problem was selected, and we needed to set goals, of course, and timelines. And we understand that being a teacher is kind of crazy sometimes, right? Because you have tests and you have things to teach, and you have, but we still needed to set goals and set timelines and set dates in order for us to try to work all together towards the same end, right? We had to have some expectations for teachers and for students to be like, okay, you have this problem and you can actually have a lot of ideas and try to solve it in so many different ways. But this are the little things that you or that we're expecting for you to be able to do with this project. So that's basically how we started. We created this team, we selected a problem, and we said these are the expectations.
The next thing we did was we created sort of a skeleton framework for the lesson, sort of like the big picture kind of thing. Here's what we really, in a perfect world, this is what we want it to accomplish. And then we had to once we had that in mind, then we turned our attention to our platforms, which Diego will explain. It's one thing to have a platform that you and your colleagues work within in your school system or your school itself. When you cross country line borders and time zone borders, we had classrooms in 5 different time zones, I think. So just that in itself was crazy. But Diego's going to talk about our platforms.
Exactly. Thank you, my friend, again. So, yeah, exactly. Just like Leanne is saying, we had to consider so many things, and we had to consider, okay, so what works for you maybe doesn't work for somebody else. So the platforms that we actually had to look for, or we came up with lots of different ways that we could do this, but we selected these 3 platforms in order for us to make everything happen, and they work wonders. So Flipgrid, I don't know if you know, but Flipgrid's pretty popular. It's pretty amazing. This was the platform that we used in order for us to first explain week by week, so that students and teachers could actually understand what was the expectation for that specific week. Sort of a prompt in order for us to ask a question, so that students can actually investigate something specific and then share with everyone else, what they found out or their ideas. Depending on the week, we prepared something for them, right? So this also allowed us to create a specific topic for every single teacher, so that every single student can find their specific topic and then upload their videos there. And Flipgrid also allowed us to have students reply to each other. But you might be wondering, how am I going to allow my student to upload a video so that everyone can actually see this, right? That's not safe at all. Flipgrid also offered us another amazing solution. So we could create password protected usernames for every single one of our students. So only the people who were part of this project had access to the project. So it was like a big family that was protected, but could still interact with each other because of this. Now, we also use Padlet, and Padlet was basically where we communicated as teachers as well. because 16 teachers that are very passionate about what they do, having WhatsApp as a messaging system, all the ideas and all the awesomeness that every single teacher could share with each other, you could lose some very important information over there, right? So Padlet was basically where we could find information that was crucial, the information that was very important, or every single week we needed to do, you could find it in Padlet. Extra resources and everything, but that you could use in order for you to share with your students, you could find it in Padlet. So basically, Padlet was the backbone, if I can say that way, of everything we did, and you could find all the important information over there. And of course, WhatsApp, because we needed sort of an instant messaging app that could allow us to, if we had a problem, we could ask everyone else, and somebody would be, again, time zones, different time zones. So even if it was 7 a.m., somebody had was already up, and they could help you out with an issue, or whatever question you had. And also, because we know educators, good educators need other amazing educators to help you whenever you're feeling down. And I mean, Leanne, we cannot lie. It was amazing to have people that whenever you were like, I don't know, I'm feeling like this or like that, other people would be telling you that you're amazing and that what you're doing is very important. So that's why we use these three um, platforms in order for us to make this happen.
Mm-hmm. After that, once we had that selected, then we were at a point where we could build out the lesson. So that's when we took our big picture and we filled in all of the details, the learning objectives. We called them must do's and can do's. So the must do's were things that were expected of every student and teacher for every lesson. The can do's were things you could do if you needed more rigor, if you had those kiddos who were blowing and going and needed more. If you were particularly interested in something, it's the week by week details of all of that. Next, we had to create some resources. Not everyone knew Flipgrid, WhatsApp, and Padlet. So we either had to find some tutorials or create them ourselves. Here's how you do this. Here's how you work this. We also needed letters to parents. They needed to understand what was going on. No one wants their child to come home and say, hey mom, today I talked to this guy in Mexico and he said, and the parent is there, they've washed white and they're panicking. We wanted them to know up front that we are having students collaborate across borders in a safe place. You wanted them to know all of those details and we wanted our parents in on the learning. We wanted our parents looking at food deserts. I can't tell you the number of students that I had that were suddenly, this light bulb moment that they live in a food desert, and they were stunned. And so they had conversations with their parents. How did I not know we lived in a food desert? And their parents were able to say, well, because your dad and I both have jobs, so we can afford to buy food. We have a vehicle. We can go to a grocery store. We have knowledge of nutrition, so we know that we should choose apples and bananas over chips and cookies. So they were able to talk through those things. We also had to do a lot of prep of slide decks. Everybody loves a slide deck. If you haven't, by the way, this is a side note, if you haven't looked into Pear Deck, you should look into Pear Deck to supplement your Google Slides. It's amazing. We won't even charge you for that little tidbit. So that's the create the resources. So Diego, what about the behind the scenes stuff that you got to be a part of?
Okay, so I got to be part of, as I told you before, we needed to create join codes and topics in Flipgrid. So every single week we would create one specific topic for every single one of the teachers, so that students could easily find where to upload their videos, right? So the amazing thing was that we could actually copy these codes and just share them with every single teacher, so that they could share these ones with their students. And it was really easy for students to find the place where they should be uploading their videos, right? And for them to also find other classrooms. So say, for example, my students, since I shared with them the codes for example, the students that Leanne had, so they could easily go to Leanne's topic and then add responses to her students' videos, right? And then I would also be part of monitoring of WhatsApp. So if people had a question, just like Leanne said, creating tutorials or edit or anything that people needed, we would also help each other with this specific part. So some people were not experts on Flipgrid, and I mean, who is? There are always, like, new amazing tools that you could be using every single time. So if something like, if somebody didn't understand how to use something, we could help each other. And I also help, like, create those kind of tutorials. And last but not least, I was also in charge of creating weekly videos. So every single week we would provide students with a specific question or just like a prompt that allowed them to be like, oh, this is what we're going to be talking about this week. And you have to consider that students love videos, right? They love YouTube, they love TikTok, they love Instagram, and everything is just visuals. So it was really fun to create a new video every single week, in which basically they would say me or every single other teachers, because of course I would say like, hey, who wants to be part of this week's video? And teacher were like, me. So it was really amazing to be like, wow, I could ask them like, hey, I have this idea for this video, and they would be like, what if we do this? So we just share the videos, I edit them, I put them together, and the result was amazing. And you have to understand that we had students as young as 9 years old and as old as 15, 16 years old. So we needed to create videos that would entertain everyone because we wanted to feel engaged. And I really think that we got to do that, Leanne.
I think I do as well. So, and Diego, I clicked the slide while you were still talking. So you're still up recruiting educators and kicking off.
Perfect. Thank you very much for reminding me that. So recruiting educators, I think that whenever you find friends who are really passionate and who happen to be educators, in order for us to do this, all we had to do was, part of the team that I was talking about at the beginning, like the leading team, right? You had teachers in that team who had, like, ideas, but you also needed people who had the power to connect you with other, or like, with one another. So part of that team was, of course, I have to mention them: Kim Wright, Regina, and Kelly, and these amazing, amazing people who were also educators and who understand the power of making people connect, and educators who are very passionate connect. So they helped us with that. We're going to share more information about, like, how to get in touch with us as well, so that if you want to be part of the next collaboration, we can make this happen. And they were the ones who helped us make this happen. Um, of course, we also saw each other via Zoom. Like, all of the educators, we had a kickoff meeting in which we were like, okay, so all the questions, every single thing, everything that we didn't understand, or like how to do this, how to do that, that was mentioned in the kickoff meeting. Because we need to obviously feel comfortable with what we're gonna, like, present to students. So that was the first part of it. And I think, my friend, you're up for the next.
So we also we needed to make sure that we were planning for frequent connections with the educators. And we've already mentioned the WhatsApp app, and goodness knows we were all over WhatsApp going back and forth. But we also had expectations for what we did in the collaboration. We posted on Flipgrid as well. We posted responses each week to the assignment. Then we also commented on what the students were doing, not just our own students, but in other students in other classrooms and countries, so that we were modeling for our students those kinds of connections. We also had to plan for keeping kids engaged. We all know kids can be gung-ho in the beginning, and then excitement can wane there after that. So we wanted to make sure we had clear expectations, and we monitored them, and we held them accountable. What we asked them to do was they had to respond, they had to submit an assignment each week. From there, then we also expected them to comment on at least 3 other assignments that had been submitted on Flipgrid. They could choose any 3 as long as they were from another. 2 of them were from another country, and the third one was from another classroom in another state. They could talk back and forth in the same class all they wanted to, but what we really wanted them to do was reach beyond the people that they knew. We also, early on, we kind of ran into a problem where they wanted just to text or comment with type and not really record themselves. That was a little bit of a problem that we had to sort of broach over. And some of them still chose to blur out their face or cover it with some kind of little emoji. And that was fine. What we wanted was that verbal communication. We didn't want them hiding behind just words typed on a screen. We wanted to hear their voices. We wanted that interaction. But we also wanted interaction beyond the Padlet and the Flipgrid. So we were able, a couple of our classes did mystery Skypes in the beginning. We had our classroom in Surrey, British Columbia had a mystery Skype, and lo and behold, it was one of the classrooms in Monterrey, Mexico. So they got sort of acquainted with each other in that process. Sometime around mid-February, maybe, Nova Scotia was hit with a huge blizzard, and we knew they were closing schools because of the weather that was coming in. So I was able to set up a Zoom with that classroom, that teacher. She was at home, snowbound. But my students in Columbia, Tennessee, who, if we get snow, it's, 4 or 5 inches. We were able to Zoom into her home. She was able to open her front door, and my students could see what it was like to not be able to go outside because the snow was piled up 5 feet against that door. So they were like literally stuck in their house. And my kids will still talk about that. When later on we did get some snow, they're like, this is nothing like the snow in British Columbia or in Nova Scotia. So it was just a great time of connection there.
Absolutely. And the celebration, I think, is the last part, right? So to plan the celebration, obviously at the very end, whenever 8 weeks had passed by, and whenever we already talked to each other and we shared all of these amazing and beautiful solutions that students came up with, we needed to plan a celebration. So that was a very exciting, part of it, because of course we had to celebrate everything that the students created and everything that the students shared. And I think that the students also enjoyed a lot. So we set up a Zoom call in which we had prepared some videos for them, and we had prepared some amazing awards, sort of like the Dundee Awards, if you're fans of The Office. So students really loved it because every single one of the classes got a different kind of award depending on depending on what they did and what the skills they had and what they shared with everyone else. So it was an amazing celebration. Even though it was online, I really felt like, we had a connection because students would be commenting in the chat and just like, oh my God, we got this award, congratulations. And it was amazing. It was really
even in the chat during the celebration, there were multiple languages flying back. And one of them was Tamil, which is spoken in India. And so there was a whole chain about native languages and what it meant there and what it meant here. So hey, Diego, this slide is what we learned along the way. And we learned, didn't we?
We learned a lot. I mean, whenever you start working and collaborating globally, you learn a lot of things. First, time zones. That's the first
time
thing.
Zones. Well, if you're listening, this is the central time zone.
Exactly. So yeah, you find out that, and also like the first, I'm just gonna read the 5 of them, but first, some weeks are better than others. We all know, we're teachers, and we know that some weeks are going to be like extremely, extremely tiring, and you have to prepare your students for something specific. Or one thing that we learned was we needed to be flexible, and that was an amazing thing that everyone as a teacher, just somebody would say like, you know what, people, I think that we're gonna take 2 weeks instead of just one for our students to be like, uploading their videos and replying to each other. And everyone said, that's totally fine. Everyone, let's take 2 weeks. So instead of 6 weeks, we actually make it happen in 9 or 10, something like that, because we didn't want it to end. And because
the content was really something that the students really engaged with. Yeah. And the week that they really investigated what is a food desert was so impactful. We spread it out because it was not something they could process and grasp in a week.
Exactly. Other things that we learned was we needed to extend some the grades to what fellow educators, model connections for students, and embrace teachable moments. Um, I think that these are just like five things that we learned in this
Mhm.
collaboration, but there are so many things that
And
we
I will
learned.
add in there that one of those teachable moments, one of them was when students discovered that they lived in a food desert.
Yes.
And one of them was during a lot of research, someone noticed there was a lot of inequity amongst the populations that were suffering the most with food deserts. So there were great, rich conversations that were sometimes difficult, especially when we were, in this crazy year when we were dealing with COVID and some racial unrest, and then they're seeing different populations suffering more than other populations. So it was those moments really were impactful. Um,
Absolutely.
we also we had some program connections that really supported us. First were Discovery Education and Ignite My Future in School, the DEN Discovery Education Network, and Learning Leaders in Ignite My Future. Those are groups of educators. For me, they're my PLN. Those are my people, so to speak. Those are the ones who really invest in each other. Um, my advice to you as an educator is find yourself a PLN that is outside of your building and your district. There are great PLNs in my buildings and in my district. I love the people that I teach with, but we see each other day in and day out, and we deal with the same struggles day in and day out. When you expand your PLN across state and country borders, then you're building a professional learning network that are in different places at different times so they can really support you. And Jesse just sent that we have 8 minutes left, so we're going to move quickly. So, anyway, they also provided the computational thinking content, and they were there for leadership and organization. They were great to support there. So, let's move on and show everybody how to do this. Diego.
Yeah, one last thing that I wanted to share with everyone talking about, our professional learning network is that if you're scared about, language boundaries or, anything that has to do with that, just remember that our official language is actually education. So it's not going to be a problem. Just everything is amazing once that you step out of your comfort zone. Anyway, if you want to become a learning leader and if you want to receive more information about Ignite My Future in School and uh, this global collaboration, we invite you to scan this QR code, and
Mhm.
you're gonna actually you're gonna be able to add your information over there in order for you to be receiving more information about this, which is Ignite My Future in School and our global collaboration. So
Absolutely, and don't miss that opportunity. So that's sort of the summary of everything that we did, and I wanted to show you just a few quick artifacts of how it worked. If you're a fan or if you're a child of the '80s, you know this. You know this quote. I love it when a plan comes together. Thank you, the A team. So these are some. This is our lesson plan, sort of what it looked like with the summary, the objectives, the must dos, the can dos. One of these documents was pushed out each week well, actually they were published all at one point on the Padlet. So that's what we had to reference for our lesson plans. On our Padlet, we had a curation of all kinds of resources, websites, tutorials, all of those things were on there. Our Padlet had everything from planning and feedback to what Diego needed from us to create those videos. Conversations going on. These were resources we connected. These were things we found in our research that we wanted everybody else to know about. Anything that happened, it ended up on the Padlet. And then the last was our Flipgrid group. It's maybe kind of hard to see on your screen, but the one thing that was important is all 16 educators plus some of our program supporters were co-pilots, meaning they had control to go in and moderate and take care of things. So that was yet another layer of protecting our kiddos and making sure everybody was, in a safe place. So we have a couple of videos to show you because we wanted you to know exactly. So Diego, you want to fill us in on this one?
yes, the first video that we're going to share with you is, I know that you're wondering, what does this really look like? So we prepared a little video that actually shares with you a little bit of what our students did. So this is the first video that we're gonna watch, and yeah, let's watch it.
Hi, my name is Addie from Columbia, Tennessee in the United States. I have a dog named Lucy and a cat named Winston. My favorite subject in school is reading, and I've always wanted to write.
Hi, I'm Samuel, and I'm from Monterrey, Mexico. More exactly from Colegio Inglés Americano. And these are some facts about me.
Hello, my name is Webb from Columbia, Tennessee in the United States. I have 3 dogs. I play piano. I'm really good at it. My favorite thing to do is play games with my family. I'm excited to collaborate with y'all.
In case you don't know the 7 steps computational thinking has, I will introduce you to them, don't worry. First, we have collect data, analyze data, find patterns, decompose problems, abstract, build models, and develop algorithms.
I use computational thinking when I might be about to go to the store and maybe I'm reading a series of books.
Hi, my name is Stephanie and I am going to teach you how I use computational thinking when I draw. Computational thinking are a set of skills that we can use to solve our problems. I would like to...
Hello, my name is Webb. This is my algorithm for my morning routine. First, I get up from bed. Then, I get dressed. Then, I go eat breakfast. While I'm eating breakfast, my mom packs my lunch.
The problem I was focusing on for this week was that some people may not have their own transportation or public transportation to get food, or may not have enough money to get food.
Hello, my name is Rael, and today I'm going to explain how to...
Awesome. We cut that a little short. The last video we have, and we probably will have to cut it short a little bit as well. These are our educators. They were they all wanted to be here today to be a part of this, but there just wasn't room. So they wanted to share their experience. We are that group of people. So this is comments on some of our educators.
Wow, guys, what an incredible experience it has been to be part of Ignite My Future in Schools.
My class of grade 4-5 students was really excited to participate in this global collaboration about food deserts with students from all across North America.
My students learned a lot about food deserts, learned how to take action on it, and love to learn about other communities and people from around the world.
You really truly understand the power of a community until you build one. And I think that's what we did here. And amazing things happened because of that.
I watched a wonderful group of 600 plus students become problem solvers using computational thinking. And they were creating, collaborating, and communicating and showing themselves to be very impactful global citizens.
Everyone has been so helpful and so supportive. And it felt really good to be part of something bigger than ourselves. And so the responses and the creative solutions.
All right, we wanted to stop that one too. So just sort of to fill up in our last few seconds here, it was a great collaboration. The data speaks for itself. 61,000 interactions from students who normally would never have met. So thank you for taking the time to sit with us and listen. If you have any questions, we are glad to answer your questions. Diego, my friend, as always, I just love being on Team Diego.
And I love being in Team LeAnn. So this is amazing. Yeah, I was very happy to be part of this too.
I can't see the comments, but or the questions, or if anybody has any questions, we're glad to answer in the time that we have left, which is, I think, just a few seconds. But
exactly.
Anybody? Our emails are on the slide deck, and I think those are going to be pushed out to everyone. So feel free to email us. Find us on Twitter. I am at Leanne Zimmerman. Yes, I am. I'm at Leanne Zimmerman on Twitter, and Diego is Mr. Vela Teaches on Twitter. Please reach out to us. We'll be glad to answer any questions and bring you into our next collaboration, because you know me, if the more Tennesseans, the better.
Absolutely.